I guess.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're good. But anyway,
This went in her stomach only.
yes.
Okay, so what did they fish them out with an endoscope, or did they cut her open?
They had to cut her open because there was too many.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, it's
anyway,
working. It went in her stomach only.
Yes. Oh, wait, it's
okay. So I got echo because I got to stop that one.
Okay. She's gonna be okay.
God, man, Jesus.
Life sometimes, you know.
Life happens.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Well, I'm glad she's okay. What's her name?
Winnie.
Lenny. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can expand this a little bit. Oh, no, I want to take it off of top chat and go to live chat. Okay. We're good.
It says we're live.
We are.
Are we on?
We are live, people. Let me record this.
Okay.
All right. Recording in progress. All right. Let me move to the
Well, that was easy this time.
I think we got it now.
I think you've got the
time.
Yeah.
Finally, takes a little time, but okay. Let me see. We have Angelica Pantera. You get the prize. It's
Yay!
work.
That's awesome. Congratulations, Angelica.
That's okay. So, girl, you just need to email me a list of every legal name in your household, or maybe you want something else, I don't know. Full legal names of all humans, the names of all pets, and the physical address. And you can email it to Elisa, ELISA, at AtlantisScalar.com.
It's exciting.
Yes, fun. All right, now let's see. She asks a question too.
Okay. Sorry, what was her name again?
Angelica Pantera.
Hi, Angelica.
Hi. Please, could you ask Eric if getting back with my son's father would be the right thing for me to do? Oh, that's always a tricky one. What do you think, Eric? Hi, Eric. I love you. Oh my gosh.
He's real casual today. He's wearing a hoodie.
Okay, well, he loves it.
Yeah, he says, "Hi, Mom." He just gave me a look on that question. I just did it. He went like that. So I don't. It feels like really trust your intuition is what I'm hearing. Pay attention to why you broke up in the first place. And ask yourself if some of those same issues are still present.
Yeah. All right. So, I forgot
hard one, though.
The rules of the road. Guys, don't keep typing in the same question in the chat line. It just really muddies it up so much. It makes little lady Elisa have a hard time just shuffling through things. Try to give us first names and towns and cities if you want to talk to a loved one or whatever. And of course, if you want to ask about yourself, we need a first name, probably at least, and maybe whatever you can give, a last initial, or do not pay by using Talk Chat because this is free for a reason. One question per customer, please, and no medical questions. Okay. All right. Hello, Mustard. All right, Christina. Oh, Christina. Wait, where did it go?
Hi, Christina.
God dang it. I hate when it does that. You know what I'm talking about.
All right, here we go. Disappears.
Yeah. All right. Scalar entry, Christina Morera.
Okay. Hi.
Morera. I got scalar work last year in the boost, and I still have no results. Did you get the? Last year. Wait, if it was Christina, was it before or after mid-October?
Feels like before is my guess.
Because now we do the tune-up, which is anyway, we could talk about that, and I can get maybe Courtney can help me figure this out, offline. But now we do releasing trapped emotions, cutting ancestral DNA, clearing out old karma, finding and reattaching old lost soul fragments, masculine, feminine, balancing, grounding, and anchoring the higher self into the energy body. So we do other things.
Sorry, I'm laughing because Eric was saying we get it done. There's a lot
So
more.
much is
Yeah.
involved. So, are there irrevocable contracts involved with Christina?
No, I was hearing from over here, Eric, the belief systems. Look at,
Okay.
yeah. So maybe the tune-up that you were describing just now could be helpful with that, but
Okay.
also looking at the beliefs around if she thinks like nothing will work on her, nothing will be effective, so on and so forth, like that, those kind of beliefs, see if they're strong.
Watch some of the video testimonials so you get some faith if that's the issue. All right, D King. Hello, can Eric open my third eye?
He says you can open your own third eye, and he smiles.
And how do you do that? Christina, I'm going to look, by the way, and while we're doing this, just in case. But go ahead.
Oh, he was making a joke, first thing, but the second thing he said, you can open, we are opening our third eyes now. A lot of people are, so he wants you to, simple things. For you, it feels like getting outside, spending more time in nature, just sort of grounding, and meditation. So meditation will really help with that. Also notice,
go ahead.
Notice what you're eating, because I mean, he's not trying to be prescriptive about, you have to be vegetarian or with this or that, but plants have a higher vibration. Plants generally open our channel, right? If we're eating like a bunch of stuff that we're not really meant to eat as humans, that closes our channel down. So look at what you're eating. And also he can help you too. He was making a joke. Yeah.
All right. On Christina, I see that she had the tune-up already November the 8th.
Oh, okay.
So what's going on? The failure rate is so low.
It is low. I'm wondering about belief systems, because that's the first thing I heard. Okay. So it feels like, she could book a session with one of the Atlantis Scalar healers and get some help with uncovering her subconscious beliefs around her own healing. I certainly could help her, but there's, a ton of really good people on your site. That's what I would recommend she does.
That's awesome. Well, and also just again, watch the video testimonials because they're pretty amazing. All righty. Lease D, Lees E, and then last initial D.
Okay.
My mom is having angioplasty and a stent inserted in her heart next week. Will everything go okay? She's very nervous.
Yes, it will be. It's going to go really well. It's going to be a very successful surgery. What I'm seeing to do also, and this is just a good reminder to people in general, Eric's reminding us, and I'm just hearing it also, that we can call on our healers, call on a spiritual healer to be with her, call on our angels. I mean, they'll be there, but asking and you shall receive, that's really true. So when we ask, just, I like to use the words divine and sacred when I call in beings, because it tends to get, we get the really high order beings. We want the beings of the light, and I always say this, like, you don't want, your uncle with a gambling problem to help you with money issues. So you want to call on the hot people that have beings or spirits who've done the work, and ask for a specialist to be around your mother, and that will really be helpful. So
a specialist like a deceased cardiologist, cardiothoracic.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
yes,
we can. There's all kinds of assistance if we ask for it. Just have to remember to do it.
True.
So
Kimberly Ropelt, is my scalar energy work working?
Yes, it is working, and
Still
she
has
will.
time to go, or
It's. Remember, he's reminding me, Eric's reminding me that you will see the effects, sometimes not all at once. It takes a couple of even months, really. I mean, you'll see the effects over time.
It take longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff. Yeah.
But to give it time, because some of the changes are so drastic that they have to happen more slowly, because it would be too disruptive on the body in a way. Like it has to go at a certain pace, if that makes sense. I'm not saying that very articulately, but
fine. But Christina and Kimberly, y'all ask your healing teams to assist also, and ask Eric. And again, like Courtney said, ask for them to rush things along, please.
yeah.
Okay, Diane Carrillo, did Eric turn on a light in my daughter's?
Yeah. And she's been working with him. So he's like saying, I've been here,
Oh,
he does that. He does that at my house too.
really?
Yeah.
Unique. All right. Carla Goldberg, should I get the tune up now? I had Porter work in April. So do you think she has some of these? Well, now we also curses of vows. We started doing that in the summer. And we have the 7.
Yeah, I get a yes for that the tune-up work would be helpful for her.
All right. Kurt Erickson. Hello. Since I like this question that Elise is asking when interviewing on C, I am going to ask if you can describe one of the past lives that most influenced my current life. Okay.
And who is it? What's his name?
Kurt Erickson.
Kurt. Oh, okay.
Yes.
They're showing, this is interesting. They're showing me him as on a boat, and it looks like he is like a crew member or a boat captain, something like that. Has a life very much at sea. He feels very he's part of this group, but yet he feels sort of like drawn to being quiet, alone, and he feels separate from groups. So I feel like some of those themes carry into this lifetime and how he perceives and finds himself in groups right now. So yeah.
All right. Carsonda May. Just wanted to say I love you guys. Oh, and appreciate all you
Thank
do.
you.
And
Thank
my
you,
question,
Carsonda.
yeah. My question is, someone really close to me really is struggling with a nasty addiction for a long time. His name is Alan Coletta.
Mm-hmm.
Will he recover or not?
It's not, I don't like to say no chance. It's just something I don't do.
Yeah.
He's not invested in, I'll say this. He is, what I'm hearing, he's not invested in his own recovery at the moment. He's not wanting to recover at the moment. He's very much drowning. They show me like a black hole, and he keeps going further and further. What I would recommend in this situation, a couple of things. What I'm hearing, talk to him on a soul level. Remember that if you cannot get through to someone in the physical, because that happens. I mean, we have people in our lives, sometimes even immediate family, right? That we just cannot see eye to eye. Yeah. You can always talk to them on a soul level, meaning you close your eyes, you get quiet, you communicate. You're not having an actual conversation. The second thing is just to send him healing energy. And hopefully he'll come to the point where he realizes that he wants to get some help, Yeah,
and you can ask his team, spiritual team, to help too. And
exactly.
Higher realms. Yeah. Janice L. I think I know who that is. Will I have grandchildren? If so, any time frame?
Yes, you're going to have it. I see 2, possibly 3 grandchildren time frame within the next year and a half.
Oh, all right.
Little boy first.
Okay. Gerard, I think I know you too. Just want to thank you for the work you have done for me. And if Eric wants to give me any wisdom I'll take it. Wisdom from the wise guy.
He's
Right.
mentioning for Gerard, there's a possible struggle with some like anxiety or something like that, like just being overwhelmed and anxious. And I'm hearing us like there's like a social component to it, like being anxious in social situations. So just to remember for Gerard to get grounded every day. He's doing really great work. He's done a lot of healing on himself. It's kind of amazing. But what I'm
Wow.
seeing is to ground more. And by that, he means, really releasing other people's energy each day, placing your feet, if possible, in the actual ground. If it's too cold or hot, then just sort of imagining and linking with the ground, or even getting a grounding mat would be helpful.
Those are great.
Yeah.
What I understand. All right.
Very
Mustard. I don't know the person's name, but anyway, my question is, what kind of DNA do I have? I guess, do you need a name?
It's helpful if I have a name.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Type in your name and then I can look at that more easily.
Right. All right. Tracy Harvey. I have done several scalar energies. Is there anything else I should do?
He says not at this time. Just keep doing she's doing her own healing work on her own. And that's really been positive for her. It feels like it's never ending and long is what I hear. And I'm like, girl, I get it, but she will, keep going, because she's going to come to a place finally where she feels really pretty good. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Tara Christina, when will I have a boyfriend again, and how will we meet?
What's the first name? I'm sorry.
Oh, Tara.
Okay.
Tara Christina.
Now, remembering that when we're looking at timelines, it's always based on our own energy. So I like to just remind everyone who's listening of this, not just Tara, because, when we predict time, we can also alter it when we over focus on that time. That said, I see the second half of the year is really strongly lighting up for a boyfriend. Now, I feel like that might be a little disappointing because she's really wanting it right now, but I'm hearing that there's some necessary preparation work for her own development that's going to really be a match for the actual right relationship. The second thing I'm hearing is to, I'm just going to throw this out there, but it feels like it's online that she meets.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Angela, handle is Woosty. Any message for my divine team?
This year is about you learning to embrace yourself, meaning like you embrace the parts of you that you've put the label on yourself or different or weird or unique. This is about you embracing all parts of yourself this year and just being, I'm hearing more comfortable in your own skin. And that's going to be really powerful. Like the energy that you emit as you become more comfortable in your own skin and you're just like true in your own power, it's going to be really, really beautiful. So keep working on that. And then just, it's a good thing.
That is. Helen Grin, Eric, please let me know how it is going to be with my house. Have trouble with flooding from frozen pipes. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, that's the worst ever.
God.
I'm so sorry.
A couple of here in Houston.
Okay, let's see. House frozen pipe. It just feels like this home is very prone to this. It's like the pipes are old and it keeps happening. Let's see what Eric can do about this. Hold on a second. Feels like you finally get the right person. I think the last person you had in there is going to be helpful. To also ask yourself, like, if there is something kind of like, what's he trying to say? Like kind of like leaking out of my life. Like, is there something that I need to look at my life in general? And also, it feels like you're going to get the right person in there that can finally sort of address, because there's an underlying issue here that needs
So
to
with
be addressed.
Helen, there's something leaking out of her life? That's
Like,
a metaphor?
yeah, there's just like noticing if there's energy leaks. Okay, that's the right word. Energy leaks.
Okay.
Like, how are you giving your energy away?
Oh,
That's,
you have a
you
lot
know,
of energy vampires around you?
feels like she's got a couple, yeah. And
Okay.
so just notice if those leaks need to be addressed. That's the, one part. The other part is getting the right person in there to address the underlying issue, which I see she will have some luck with that this year. There'll be more success around that. So,
And boy, I tell you that it's really important to have proper insulation around the pipes. And if there is a freeze, turn off the water. Turn off
seriously,
the entire house, or I don't know if you an apartment or whatever, or flat. Okay. Until things unthaw.
Mhm.
I mean, if you see the freeze coming before it gets a chance to freeze, and drain all the pipes. All right, Georgia Bell, any messages for me? Sending you guys love. Thank you for all you do. Oh, you're welcome.
Georgia. He's playing this song. There's a song that I don't know, he's been playing music this week. I don't know what's up with that. But I hear this song called, I don't know that my daughter would know it because she knows all this stuff, but it's Confidence. Just what's wrong with being confident? That's the song. I'm so sure somebody listening knows who that's by. I'm not that cool, but to really work on her confidence right now. Feeling confident about herself.
You should feel confident because you are divine, girl. Like
Absolutely.
everybody else on this chat line, you guys are all whole and part of God. And in fact, you are the energy called love. So just remember, you are these have complete sovereign power over your own energy. You never need to give it away, ever. Just reclaim it. Get up every morning and say, my energy is mine. Everybody else has no access to it unless you want to give them access. All right.
Yeah.
Eliana Valdez, do I need any other scalar energy work?
Not right now. Let everything, it still feels like I see pieces of a puzzle and there's still, some of them are still coming into place. So it's whatever she got done is just wait a little bit. I'm seeing more like April is the time to, if she wants to get more energy work done, would be a good moment.
Yeah, a lot of Eric seems to say that most people, it's like you go to the dentist, right? Need the tune-up every 6 months, maybe just for a few times. I don't know. It depends on the person, obviously. Because you gather energy blocks and things like that. So, all right, let's see. Kristen Yates, can you please ask Eric what should be done as far as a career?
He says that she's really good. So for two things. One, I hear that she's really good working with people, but I also see a group of children. So it feels like she has options, but she feels gifted with children. If she's ever thought about that. I just see a group. I know being a teacher right now is really hard. So hard, but to think about how she can work with groups of people specifically.
Okay. Is there like healing, communicating, instructing?
It feels like communicating, instructing, leading.
Okay.
Things like that. I sense teaching possibly, something like along those lines.
Okay. Sue Scrivener, will my eyesight optimization now work after having a tune-up? That eyesight optimization and the dental one does take a while. It's a lot of energy to move around.
It feels like it. I already hear that it is working. Just give it a little bit of time.
Okay. Maria Christina Bailey, or just Christina Bailey, Christina Bailey, but I think her first name's Maria. Will my soulmate find me this year?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. There is a class on my website about soul relationships with a specific process to help call in a soulmate, that might be helpful for her. So just putting that out there.
You talking about scalar, this bring in love one thing?
She could do that, or she just wants to be, remember that we're connected through a field, right? A web, a field. So you can, before your soulmate shows up in the physical, be communicating with them.
Okay.
So just be, yeah,
act
exactly.
Act like the soulmate is already in your life.
Absolutely.
Write letters to him or her. I mean, probably him, I can't assume though. Have mock conversations, feel the fluttering in your heart. Just put it into your universe. All
exactly.
right.
Because you're acting as if, and then it draws it to you. You want to think of yourself like a magnet for this person. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Arya Zune, Arye Zune. That's one word. Maybe it's just his handle. I don't know if it's actually
that's okay.
Here's her actual name, but ask Eric, please, what the knife stabbing pain in my upper back is. Oof.
There feels like a sense of betrayal of a friend around, like I feel like there's a large, like it's almost metaphorical.
Is it triggering a similar event in a past life?
Yes, there isn't. So something that recently happened to this, I think it's a her, is related to an event of past life, which that feels literal. So we want to clear that past life. That's important. I can help her do that. I think you could do that with your scalar.
No,
not so much.
No,
okay.
I don't know.
Who does it is Veronica. She does
Veronica
past life.
and you both. Yeah. So, we had a Channeling Eric event many years ago, and this one lady had just chronic low back pain. Anyway, she got regressed, and she was told us, and apparently she was stabbed with a spear in the back. And once she had that, boom, her pain went away completely.
Yeah, because you're clearing out the origin point. So that would be a way to go with that. And also, obviously, if it feels like there's a medical problem, go to a doctor as well. So of course, just want to say that.
I have to say that.
Yeah.
CYA and all. Kate S. Are Earth Angels somewhat resistant to scalar energy work? I tell you, one thing I've noticed is I didn't realize that there were non-benevolent aliens like reptilians that I had to get rid of, because I learned. Okay. And Eric tells me, and so we didn't start taking care of those, I don't know, until early summer, maybe. I'm not really sure. And those tend to pick on Earth Angels a lot for some reason. It seems like.
I actually didn't even know that. That's good information.
Well, I asked Eric, I might be wrong, but it seems like they don't want Earth Angels to bring the light to the world.
Sense.
They don't.
Yeah.
So, but now we get rid of them, so whatever. But what do you think, Eric?
All right. The question is, are Earth Angels resistant to scalar work? No, I don't feel, I'm not hearing a yes on that. I feel that a lot of them have had such difficult lives, actually, that they're like ready for help. They get to a point. Yeah.
Look at one of my favorites from England. I won't mention her name, but she's an Earth Angel, had a very difficult life. And it turned the scalar work, bam, it just transformed her. She is so over the moon. I mean, she is so happy. But again, now we take care of the reptilians. Sorry, guys. I wish I knew everything from the get-go, but I don't. So,
well, we're always learning, right?
Always learning. But yes, Earth Angels, are Earth Angels. I guess they call them that because they come in, they incarnate with a much higher energetic vibration so that they can withstand the struggles that they are putting on their plate. They usually put a lot on their plate because they want to evolve more quickly, I guess, and help others and learn and teach.
The one question I'm hearing, which I think is important for her, is to ask, she just wants to ask herself, why, if she's asking for herself, if there's any part that's asking for herself, ask why am I resistant? What part of me is resistant, and why is that? right? And just trying to think
Okay.
about that for a little bit. So,
Okay.
mhm.
Julie Weir, WIER. Any messages from my husband, soulmate? He passed suddenly of cancer in February. I'm so sorry. His name is Jake Weir.
You know, the first thing as she was talking, he's wearing a blue shirt. So I don't know if he likes blue. It's like a button down blue shirt. And I just feel this incredible, throughout time love that they have incarnated together for many, many lifetimes, that he is going to now watch over her. I also see him at a barbecue. I don't know if he likes to barbecue. It just feels like he's showing me like an outside with the barbecue, and it feels like just that they really just loved being together, that they didn't, it was like they're comfortable with each other, even in silence, talking, they're just that kind of relationship.
Oh,
and it's going to continue, but he wants to, the last couple of days before his passing were obviously incredibly rough, but he wants to let her know that he's at peace now, and he's feeling really good. So
why did he get cancer? Was it a spiritual reason for that?
If he's showing me there was some anger, not that he wasn't an angry person, but it feels like he internalized his anger a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
And he was also trying to he was trying to do things that weren't really part of his soul. He was like trying to please other people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Not listening to himself. So
but that's why I really love Eric's suggestion to people do the tune-up, like a dental cleaning every 6 months, because you want to release toxins, because if they're in there, they will create disease. So just like you do teeth cleaning and all that stuff, put the fluoride foam on there. It's kind of like that, among other things, cleaning the old karma away and cutting any ancestral DNA ties, etc. Pawnee, I love you too. Okay. All right. Angelica Pinter says, thank you so much. Much love. Susan Malaby, will I find love? Who and when? Everybody's looking for love. Valentine's Day is approaching.
This is the year for love. Well, what's interesting is one of the things that I'm seeing is it does feel like a year where a lot of people actually do finally meet up. So it's kind of good in that way. It feels advantageous. Something about the number, or the numeral. I'm not a numerology person. One of the things, she will find love. Let it be. It feels like it's a surprise.
Oh.
And it's a person that's kind of what he's showing me is like in her network. So it's like somewhere in her network of people, maybe through her work or through a friend of a friend type thing. And it will be a pleasant surprise. So.
Oh, that's good. And remember, imagine that person already being there. Write letters, have a cup of tea with the person at the table, and just feel it all. Pawnee Patel, will my writing career take off? Plans on getting the tune-up this year.
Yes, and I'm seeing, absolutely. I'm seeing 3 books. So, I don't want to overwhelm, because that's a lot, right? But one at a time. But it feels like this is just the start of a really kind of prolific period. Like it's like one after another. Like, whoa, So I think it's so interesting that the scalar sort of opens up this channel of creativity, and
the portals that are closed but should be open. We open them, not only in your energetic body, every life form in the household, and all the possessions, the land and the home, and we cover it all.
It's so exciting. Get writing.
Wow, girl. Oh, you're making me tired.
I know.
All right, Austin Koreshi, I'm graduating soon. Yay! Would love advice from Eric regarding applying for jobs.
I'm hearing to stay neutral and not get discouraged, because the right job is there and it's coming, but it might take, more than 3 weeks to get. Like it might take a couple of months. So just really stay in like stay in the vision of it, stay in the sight of vision of what you actually want, not just settling for the first thing that comes along. You know, I mean, you don't want to be maybe too picky. You need a job. I get that, he says, but you can also set your sights high of what you want and know that you can actually get that. So
awesome. Jerry Johnson. Hello, ladies. He had a lot of scalar work done, and he says he's not a part of the 2%ers. Maybe he asked a medium that. Can Eric tell me when I might start seeing any results?
So one of the things I see about him is he's kind of waiting for like a lightning bolt feeling, like to strike him. So
sometimes it's like that.
Sometimes it's like that. For him, it's not necessarily like that. That's not bad or wrong. It's just not like that. So notice changes. Begin to notice the subtle changes. They are happening. But for him, I mean, I agree. Some people that I even see that have seen you for scalar work, it's lightning bolt. But for him, it's not going to be like that. It's more subtle over time. So just start noticing.
I don't know if you had a tune-up, Jerry. I can't remember some soul, but maybe that would help with those 7 little things. Anyway, Liliana Chong, could you ask Eric if this year, 2022, I will get pregnant? If you're having trouble, Liliana, please email me at elisa@atlantiscalar.com, because I have a document I can give you to help you that will give you some advice that seems to work almost every time. But if you're not, Eric?
No, it feels like there's some difficulty there. So I agree that emailing you is really important. Okay. And I'm getting a yes, and to not, despair. I mean, honestly, because it can be really hard when you're.
I know I had trouble. I had such freaking trouble having my second child. It took forever. And I just love kids and, so anyway, I ended up getting a hysterosalpingogram to see if the tubes were blocked. And very often that's actually therapeutic. It blows out the mucus plugs. I know it's kind of gross and everything. So, and I got pregnant right away. Unfortunately, she ended up being my most difficult child, the source of all my gray hair. But anyway, that's another story. So,
Eric says not necessarily.
Oh, yeah. Well, you were tied for second. Okay. All right, Heather M., could you ask Eric why I've had to live without my children in my life, this life? Oh.
Mm-hmm. What I hear is that whatever answer he gives, it won't be like an easy with a bow answer, right? So it's okay to feel pain over it. It's okay to feel sadness. It's okay to feel loss. And to ask to be reconnected, just kind of be setting that intention. That's really more what I'm.
You feel like you're already reconnected.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine being with them, Heather. Okay, Robin Watts, would scalar energy help my son with his OCD, or is it an irrevocable contract?
No, it'd be really helpful.
Okay.
Very helpful.
Arnie Brucker. Well, would scalar energy help cure the Hunter syndrome affecting my friend's 5 years old? I do have a script but sometimes these are irrevocable contracts, but I do have a script for blocking expression of harmful genes and a bunch of other stuff that's for genetics.
We're looking for the little boy who's 5.
Yes, he has Hunter's syndrome.
Okay, 1 second. It doesn't feel like an irrevocable contract. It does feel like it would be helpful.
Really? Would it cure it or just make it better?
I think make it better.
Okay. CRISPR technology is really coming about where we're going to start doing more gene replacements and repairs and things like that. So, if we can keep him stable and stuff for long enough. I did the genetic disorders deal on one of my friend's child who has Stoneman's disease, fibrositis ossificans progressiva, blah, blah, blah. And it seems to have worked. Usually when he gets anything, any trauma, it turns the muscle, skin, whatever, ligaments into bone. So he got the COVID shot, and unlike usual, it didn't do that. So anyway, yep, it's interesting. Okay. Yeah, you and I talked about this. All right, Emma. I love this. Hey, just arrived. What have I missed? Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, it started at 5:30 Eastern time, 4:30 Central time. Okay.
The video will be up. She can watch the beginning.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Recording it, and it'll be on anyway. Emma wants to know if he is okay. That's the same Emma that's wondering, hey, what's up? Emma with an X after it.
If her dog's okay. Yeah, he's gonna be okay. Something with his stomach. Stomach feels really upset. Let me see how long this is going on. Yeah, he's gonna be okay. Obviously go to the vet if you feel otherwise.
Okay.
Get him checked out.
Yeah. Marie Andrea Hernandez Gal. That's a mouthful. Not as bad as my father's name.
I kind of like that name though.
I love it. It's very musical.
Yeah.
My father's was Jose Antonio Ribeyes. No, Agustin Ribeyes. No, there's a couple more. Jose Antonio Agustin Ramon Ribeyes Baraquer. That was a long one. I think I'm missing one word. Anyway, I want to ask if my mom's health, Rosa Gal de Hernandez, she had the super portal work in August. Of course, that wasn't with the new stuff, cancer service. And then, she did do the tune up. Yeah, I remember that, just in December. So is it too early for results? Yeah, that's not very much time.
Give it a couple more months.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, it depends. Some people releasing trapped emotions. I'm just guessing this. Okay. If there's a lot of old karma to clear and a lot of ancestral DNA to cut, maybe the team is doing it very slowly as to not make her explode in spontaneous combustion. Really?
Right. Because that is exactly what Eric was saying. It's like you can't overwhelm the system. If there's a lot of change that needs to happen, it has to kind of, for some people, it needs to happen more gradually. Right.
Yes. And that's why when I'm a very small part of it, awaken people's kundalinis, I have it in the script to do so very slowly, because people can have these big mood things going on. Just,
and even with opening your third eye too quickly, you can have, really? I've seen people that if it's too fast, it can be like not positive necessarily. So
okay. Maricela London, same thing, but she had portal work on herself and her husband in February. So that's before we removed curses and vows and reptilians and all these other things, 7 things. So does she need do they need the tune-up? The Q6 months, every 6 months?
Yeah, it feels like it would be helpful for both of them.
And it's for the whole household, right?
Right.
Everybody is included.
Yeah.
It's really important also that you guys definitely send me with the order, the full legal names of everyone in the household. And of course, pets don't have legal names, but their name and a very, very accurate physical address, right? And even if you have somebody like a handyman that's there all the time, or a housekeeper that's there, several days a week, just include that name too. It doesn't cost any extra. All right. Rara Batarai. Is there a specific way to ask a spirit guide for help? Because I've been asking, but hello.
So one of the things that's helpful when asking for help, a couple things. One, remember that spirits and they don't operate in the same time frame as us. Time is different in the spirit world. So when you're wanting anything, it's helpful, not in a bossy way, but it's helpful to ask for assistance now. because they do understand now.
But don't say this, monkey boy.
No,
this.
I don't. Yeah, I mean it. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
know.
it's not like
Yeah, I know.
in a rude way, but you want to be, like specifying. That's one thing.
Yeah, I like to start out with, it's with great love, respect, and gratitude that
Absolutely.
I call on. Bam.
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
And just a reminder about time. And then also, being specific is helpful too. Be very specific. You don't because sometimes people are like, help me, help me. We want to just be in our own power. We want to be in our own authority and asking for assistance from that place. Does that make sense? Not just like, oh, help me, like the begging. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
With the difference in that energy.
Right.
And yeah, absolutely what you're saying, Elisa, with, reverence and being thankful, because it's
with
very
great love, respect, and gratitude. You can
absolutely
say it any way you want, but that's really important.
Mhm.
Margaret Schneider, can the team tell me what it is and fix whatever is making my blood platelets and volume high? The volume of the platelets or your RBC, your red blood cells? Well, anyway, what's going on with your blood?
It feels there's some scalar work for blood. Do you have a blood cell scalar?
No, I mean, I would have to just do it custom, make up an entire script, which I could do.
It feels like that would be helpful for her.
But what is it? What's causing it?
I'm seeing something with iron too, almost like
Hemochromatosis, or I mean,
yes,
polycythemia vera. I mean, do you have a diagnosis, Margaret? Have you had a bone marrow examination, anything like that? Anyway, you can email me and let me know.
Yeah.
And I can figure it out. Maybe we can avoid scalar work and I can just help you out. All right, Aminda L. I feel like my scalar energy session fizzed out. Maybe it's more than 6 months. Do I need to get the tune-up?
Yes, be helpful.
Okay. Rocco Farelia in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Any insight on the right career path for me at a crossroads? Thank you so much and love you all. Oh,
he feels like I don't have a clear sense of the direction he's going, because I feel like he's a little bit confused. He definitely wants to leave his job, but he has all these options, kind of like, maybe I'll do this, or maybe I'll do this, or maybe I'll do this. What I'm hearing is to learn how to get a little bit quiet and ask for some guidance. You're going to be feeling the direction you need to go. Okay, it will become more clear to you. I don't feel like a move just yet. It feels more like February or March is when that's going to happen.
good.
So, yeah.
Hi, Double D. All right, Talasha. Do my guys have any messages for me? Love you guys. Love you too.
Talasha.
Talasha, MERE.
That it's going to get easier this year. It's going to get easier this year. So.
Okay, Sweet Morbly Bear, Shelly. Here, I want to get an alignment work, and I was told that was all I need, but I want to know what I can do for myself and other scalar and other stuff scalar wise. Does she already have what she needs?
That feels like all she needs right now.
Okay.
I don't know. I see self-love. So either
self-love, if you haven't already done it. Yeah.
If you haven't done that one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that seems to be amazing. People just feel love for themselves. That's just,
I mean, and that's really like the foundation of most everything,
That's true. And that's why Eric set the price so low, because he believes there's a huge need for it. And, self-loathing plays a part in disease and mental illness, all sorts of, and lack of abundance of all sorts. So, yeah.
So notice, for anybody listening, just to notice, asking yourself, like, am I being hard on myself? Do I love myself? And it's easy not to, right? We've been kind of taught and conditioned not to love ourselves.
Awful.
And it's time we break that cycle. We're breaking out of that cycle as humans, it feels like. So that's good.
Ingrid C, is my twin flame who I think it is?
Yes, that's all I hear. Okay.
Josephine Monk from Denmark, Dansk. I would like to ask Eric if scalar healing will cure and heal me of anything, or if something's going to block it. Is my okay?
So will scalar work help her heal is the
Yeah.
question. Okay. Yes, and nothing's going to block it. No. And be mindful of that. Even in the question, notice how it's framed. Will this work or will something block it? Because
Yeah.
it feels like there's a little bit of belief or energy in the wheel, there's something block it. Right. So pay attention to eliminating that belief altogether.
Okay.
Okay.
Christina Moreira, we talked about belief. She said she does totally believe it. So back to Christina real quickly. Maybe she just, there's so much that's going to, the team, the divine team is slowly, cutting the ancestors trapped emotion. Maybe they're just going real slow on it.
I think it's two things. One, going slow, and there feels like not to put down at all when I say this, but there feels like some early childhood, subconscious stuff, like core belief that still wants to be cleared out a little bit.
Okay. So, can you help her with that, or who could help her?
Yeah, I can certainly help her with that. I'd be happy to help her with that.
All right. Let's see. Anna Marie from the UK. I want to know if my mother would be happy for her ashes to be moved closer to where my family is living.
The mom has really beautiful energy, and I hear that she's happy either way, but yes, because it makes the family happy. Does that make sense? So
she's one of those mamas.
Yeah, she doesn't really care, but it feels like it makes the family feel happy that she feels close by. So the answer is yes.
Okay. I only have a handle here, Kitty Matador. It's probably not a real name. Hello, would the exercise replacement or the anti-aging work be the next best step for me, or something else? She had the starter work.
What are the two choices? Exercise or anti-aging?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think anti-aging would help with it.
Yeah, it feels like anti-aging is the way to go, because then she'll feel better in her body, which will
exercise.
Yeah, exactly. So, there, start there.
Okay. Oh my God, Christina, this is cool. Hello, I love you, Elisa. Hello, Eric and Courtney. Could you ask Eric if I'm doing the right thing by continuing to study physics? You brainiac. Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, it feels like you are. It's going to lead to something. It's going to lead to something. Like, wow. I'm also impressed that she wants to study physics, because that sounds stressful to me. I mean, just like school, a little stressful, but impressive.
That was the first course that I took at Rice University, the more advanced physics, that I really realized that my intellect had a boundary. I mean, of ceiling, that because always if I worked hard enough, I would get straight A's. Mm-hmm. But not with that one.
That was the limit. Yeah,
I'm not as smart as I thought I am, man. But Christina is.
She is. Yes, stick with it. There will be a payoff. So
good. Del Weaver, any messages from Eric or my spirit guides?
For Del, relax. He's smiling as he says this. Relax and learn to go with the flow. That's what he's working on a little bit. He's kind of got to relax and learn to. He says go with the flow, but what he's really saying also, he's kind of having me clarify, is working with the energy, learning how to kind of observe what's happening, when to push, when to hustle, when to rest. He's got to work on learning those things a little more. So relax and go with the flow.
Yeah. Louise Cosford, how can I get rid of the feeling of just wanting to go home? Well, let me ask Eric this. Is she like a star seed or earth angel?
Yes, and this also feels like a past life issue. There's a past life where she went home that's kind of coming up again. So it feels like clearing out the energy of the past life would be very helpful right now. And yes, so that's what
Past
I'm
life
saying.
regression. Interesting, because I had a friend of my husband's whose son was just happy as could be, but all of a sudden, boom, overnight, he became suicidal. And it ended up being that was exactly the age where he did commit suicide in another life. Is she a star seed or, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, and that really does happen,
Yeah.
like it can become really intense, especially if you've done that before, it can become intense again. So unless you're, done with that contract. So it's,
Yeah.
she has had what I'm seeing is lifetimes in other star systems for sure. So she's also feeling some of that energy. She's had Earth and she's had other star systems. She's,
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
What's can you name one of the main star systems?
They're saying Vega.
Vega. Okay, look that up.
Yeah, I don't know the beings that well from there.
Yeah,
but
maybe you don't quite feel like you belong on Earth. That can happen sometimes. But guess what you do?
yeah.
All right, Noelle in. Oh, you're welcome, by the way, Janice L. Noelle in. Hello, Elisa and Courtney. I would like to know if there are any messages from my son Landon's spirit guides to me specifically, so she, Noelle, can relay them to Landon.
Oh, okay. Landon, just looking at Landon, he feels like he's really overwhelmed, lost, and struggling a little bit. And so let me talk to his spirit guides. Hold on. This message is actually for her, interestingly, but they're saying to Noelle that she's doing a good job with him, that he's struggling, but she really is, it's really like her sole focus is to help him, and she's doing a really good job, and to give herself credit for that. He's kind of like hard to get through because they show me an image of kind of putting like cotton in his ears. He doesn't really want to listen too much, but he absorbs more than so just to know that even if you don't feel like you're totally getting through to him, it's some of it is getting in there, if that makes sense. So she's doing a good job.
That's good. Yeah. And if you hadn't had the portal work stuff for the household to include him in the household, then that might help too. But I don't know if you have. Esther Noel, thank you for the portal work. I feel so much better. Any messages from Eric for me?
So the portal work for Esther opened up all, it's like the channels are open, and so much healing is going to happen very rapidly now. Ooh. So it's really, it feels very, very powerful. So
good. Rahisha, I think I answered this question already for you. But anyway, Sally Jeffries. Question for Eric. Am I really trans channeling? Sometimes I doubt myself. That's so cool.
She's 100% trans channeling.
Oh my God. Oh.
I even see, like, to put it, I don't think she's quite ready for this yet, but when she's ready, to kind of put it out there, because the messages are going to help a lot of people. They're for other people to hear. So because they're part of something like a YouTube, maybe a blog. I mean, I don't know. Do people even read blogs anymore? I'm not sure, but
I don't know.
Just some way to get it out in the world, because it feels like there's messages that are specifically for other people to hear. And she's meant to kind of play a more public role. So don't be afraid to put it out there, even though it's a little scary. There's a way in which she kind of wants to hide it,
Yeah, but when you're behind just doing a camera, it's not like in front of an audience. But I mean, I guess you could get a bunch of questions, But you would probably have to have somebody read the questions while you trans-channel them. I don't know. Or maybe just free flow. You want, Eric, do you want her to trans-channel you?
He
Apparently you're pretty-
smiles. He smiles. Yeah.
Okay.
He will be
Mary-
happy to do that. So.
Marianne Scott, I know that name too. Any messages, please? I know I need to have the tune-up done for the household, but yeah, you can wait for the 6-month period if you want. Anyway, so yeah, any messages for Mary and Scott?
Mary Ann, one second. Give yourself the grace that you give other people. She gives her other people a lot of grace. Give that same grace to yourself.
Oh. All right, Jackie Messenger. I'm stuck with a black cloud over my head since my dad died. Was in a car crash January 3rd. I'm so sorry. Totaled the car, can't get another loan. What is going on with my life? I asked my team for help, but nothing.
I'm so sorry, Jackie.
Oh.
You know, this is a beautiful image. I see the rain cloud, and Eric shows me that to remember when it rains, that she, with her intention, can plant seeds and they will begin to sprout. So all that is to say that in the midst of this really difficult time, it feels like she's going through some astrological period in her life that's like everything piles on all at once. I don't know if it's like a Saturn return or, one of those junctures, but to remember that it will get easier and to keep loving herself through it and seeing things begin to become easier for her, and they will.
Wow. And I know you had portal worked out, but it was April, so we didn't get rid of then curses and reverse vows and black magic, and we didn't do the 7 stuff that we're doing now. So you might want to consider that too. Do that and put in the order notes for me to do the boost and self-love for you at the same time.
Absolutely.
Just let's do that. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Kurt Erickson, you told him in another life he was a captain of a boat. That's exactly like that was described by another medium years ago. That's so cool.
It's funny when that happens. It happens. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a significant life. So, what would be interesting for him to do is like a regression and see if he can get more info why that life is so important for him.
Yeah.
At some point, I don't do regression, but find someone and find out more info. So
yeah, Veronica Drake might.
Yeah,
I think she gets details about the lives too. All right, Eric, talk about RH negative factor. I think we had a thing on it, but I think it's embedded in some other topic. I don't know. So is it alien stuff or what is it? What's RH negative?
Feels like off planet. It feels it's related to star races or star beings. That's what I'm hearing. And there's a whole, it's embedded, but if you search it, he has a whole teaching on it. It feels like that you can find. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hello again. My brother is going through a breakup. Wait, do we have oh no, we have Anna Maria from the UK.
Hi, Anna.
His wife seems to want a divorce. What is Eric's advice? What can my family do to help my brother? How sweet. Is he going to be okay?
He's going to be more than okay. This is what I'm hearing is this is sort of like was meant to happen. There is development that's going to happen for both of them, even though it's painful, it's awful, it's, divorce sucks, right? We all know that, but there's some really important development that's going to happen for your brother. So just to give him, listen, love him through it, and he will come out the other side feeling much better. So.
Okay, that's good. And of course, the whole thing slides down for some reason. Oh, I found my place. Yay. Wait. Okay. Well, one of them is Thomas Runeman. Any messages for me?
Thomas. Let me see.
Tomas.
Oh, Tomas. Hi, Tomas. You know, it's interesting. I don't know what this means exactly, but Eric's showing me this won't completely resonate with him as I'm about to say it, but there's some artistic part of Tomas that's not totally developed, and he can develop it because I see like canvases. I see, just pay attention to the way your what creatively wants to come through, because he feels like he's got some artistic energy or something like that, but that it's not accessed enough.
Okay.
You know, and it will be interesting for him to he shows me like painting. I'm like, is this past life? Or and Eric says no, it feels like this life, and he can pay attention and develop some of our artistic abilities. So
all right, I was actually accidentally skipped one. Ben.
oh, okay.
Last initial M. Any messages from my spirit guides to me? Ben M.
I see an image of Ben feeling a little lost at sea. This is more metaphorical, whereas the other guy was the past life. But that so I see a lighthouse in front of him, and the lighthouse is shining very brightly, and to remember that you can tune or turn your boat, which is you, to this lighthouse, which is also you. Like, just kind of like knowing that you're never lost, you're never disconnected, you're never, you know, all of that is just our beliefs. Just remembering that you can, you know, ask, receive help, and also find your inner guidance, and that will lead you home. So
that's sweet. All right, I think that's about it for today. Until the next time.
Thank you.
Handling Eric YouTube live. I guess I can't remember, a couple of weeks maybe. Thank you, Courtney. Oh my God, Courtney Dillon is at CourtneyDillon.com. Basically, it's easy. And y'all, please share this. Hit the notification bell, subscribe button, like it if you liked it. And yeah, I love you all. And thank you, Eric, for this. And thank you, Courtney. I love you both.
Thank you. Love you too. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.
Oops.